The beauty of physical evidence is that it tells a story. We look at the firearm, we look at the blood, there were cartridges left behind, projectiles were found within the toilet. Physical evidence cannot lie.
Day 23, and no doubt a welcome one for Oscar Pistorius, whose cross-examination finally concluded after 6 harrowing days on the witness stand. State Advocate Gerrie Nel turned his attention to the movement Pistorius had heard in the toilet.
Now, why would you use the word movement and not a noise?
So I interpreted it to be a movement, my lady.
So, at the bail application, when you said movement, you referred to the magazine rack moving.
What I think might have been the magazine rack moving.
Well, then, sir, unfortunately, this now opens it up for me to say, why would you fire if the magazine rack moved?
I didn't have time to interpret it, my lady. I thought it was the door opening.
You said you thought it was a magazine rack.
I say, I think it was the magazine rack. In retrospect, it could have only been the magazine rack because the door didn't open, my lady.
It's the state's contention that Oscar and Riva had an argument, and that's why, said Gerrie Nel, her jeans had been inside out.
Argument, sir.
I don't know.
She wanted to leave, and you were threatening her.
Well, if she wanted to leave, I guess she would have left in her own clothes if there was this hypothetical argument.
Pistorius was again reduced to tears when describing what he'd found after breaking down the toilet door.
She was sitting on the floor to the right of the toilet, my lady. She was seated on her right buttocks with her right arm on top of the toilet bowl, and her head was on her shoulder.
In wrapping up, Gerrie Nel said the court would make the following findings.
On my argument, the court will make the following findings, and that it will be my argument. Do you understand that?
I can't understand that, my lady. If that's what Mr. Nel puts to the court, then that's what he puts to the court.
Riva ate within 2 hours of you having shot and killed her.
My lady, we've been cross-examined on this topic where I said I don't think and I don't see how she would have possibly eaten.
Whilst Riva was awake and eating, Mrs. van der Merwe heard argument, and that is what she referred to, Riva arguing.
My lady, an argument is between 2 people. Ms. van der Merwe said she heard 1 person, my lady.
From the fact Riva was awake and van der Merwe heard her, I'm putting to you that Johnson, Berger, and both Stips heard Riva's blood-curdling screams, not yours.
I don't agree, my lady.
She was locked into the bathroom and you armed yourself with the sole purpose of shooting and killing her.
That's not true, my lady.
And that's what you did. Afterwards, indeed, you were overcome by what you've done. That is true.
That is true, my lady.
Only because it was your intention to kill her. You realized that.
On the opposite, my lady.
Thank you, my lady. I have nothing further for this witness.
And then matters were handed back to Defence Advocate Barry Rue to try to undo some of the damage. A Valentine's card from the deceased to the accused.
Pardon. The envelope says Aussie with some hearts and a squiggle, and then it says on the front of the card, roses are red, violets are blue, and then on the inside she wrote the date on the left. And then on the right she says, I think today is a good day to tell you that. And then it says, I love you.
And the court was shown another image of Riva's jeans, which weren't inside out, punching a hole in Nel's claim that she dressed in a hurry.
In photo 68 they're inside out, my lady. In photo 69 they seemed and appeared to be outside out, my lady.
In the afternoon, Pistorius put his fingers in his ears as Roger Dixon, forensic geologist, detailed the wounds to Riva's body.
And the upper arm? My interpretation of that is that because there is wood, secondary projectiles on the entrance wound of the arm, that arm was still close to the door, very close to the door, like the forearm part when the wound was inflicted.
The trial is now in its 6th week and a request has been put to the judge for a recess from Good Friday this week until May the 5th.